I will admit that I am a fair weather cyclist, and I was way more into building my bike and making it look cool than I was actually riding it. But for many people, especially those in our episode today, cycling is so much more than a hobby. It's a way of life. Come here. I want you to say that last part.
I'm Erin, and this is SubCultures.
You like more smiley?
If I was going to define myself in one word, I guess, yeah, I would use a cyclist. Just a general lover of bicycles. Babe, I love you. I love you, baby. I own 5 bikes, and they all have their own personalities and names. This is Garfield. America, the universe. I'm in a serious relationship with this bike. I'm never going to be like the same. I do this because it's fun, because it makes me feel alive. I got into bikes via my dad, actually. You know, as a kid, you're kind of influenced through your parents. You grow up in a certain neighborhood, and being able to, in 15 minutes, be in a completely different place, that really introduced me to LA, in a different way that I'd seen before. I felt really limited, and now I could, venture off and do my own kind of thing. I work at Orange 20 Bicycles. I get to talk bike all day. Those are they go on the top tube? Yeah, so it would lay like that. Oh, okay. Yeah. I feel what really kept me around was more the culture behind it. That kind of really drives me to stay, because I found people who are on the same kind of wavelength as me, Orange 20.
What I like about riding is that you get to go anywhere you want. You don't have any limits. Go as far as you want. You can go as long as you want. All in a day's work.
What got me into riding is my friend. He actually brought a fixed gear to my house. And within 6 months of riding, I started learning a lot and just kept progressing.
Fixed gears are, I feel like, the gateway drug to cycling. It's so simple, definitely easy to get into. I started off on a fixed gear myself.
Fixed geared bike is pretty much a direct gear. There's no coasting, which makes it really hard to time your tricks right. So that's what kind of gives it the challenge. People who are introduced newly to the sport, what they find cool about it is that we can actually ride backwards. It's a freestyle sport, so you kind of get to do your own thing. There's no direct way that you have to do it. So it's kind of freeing in a way to be able to express yourself on a bike, I guess.
I knew that if you were fast and you rode in LA, you were interested in Wolfpack Hustle. They were pretty much the top dogs. If you really want to prove yourself as far as a fast cyclist, that's where you would go. It's basically a ride ranging from 30 to 70 miles a night. LA's a car city, it really is. At night, we kind of take it over for our own. It's pretty amazing. It doesn't really matter who you are or where you come from. If you can ride and you can ride well, that's all that really matters. My first Wolfpack Hustle ride did not go as good as I planned. I got dropped, and I got dropped hard. You're going your hardest, you're going your max, and no matter what you do, you're slowly just drifting back, and you're getting dropped from the main group. There's not much you can do. There's other than come back next week with a little bit stronger legs.
I feel like I belong in the fixed geared family. All our riders for the shop, we get together and we ride, and we're always pushing each other to go further, jump in another stair set that's a little bit bigger, or try something, a little bit higher. We're always pushing each other, feeding off our tricks and stuff like that.
It's crazy where before I didn't know how to do anything, and now I have a full bag of tricks. It's just awesome to see what I could do now compared to before.
There's people who are always going to be faster than you no matter what you do. It's tough. You have to put the time in, and it takes a lot of effort, and there's points where you're really just down about riding all week. You definitely have to be a little bit different to be a bike rider in LA. There's a lot of aggressive people out there. I was clipped pretty hard. I was ahead of him, and then he turned into me and basically ran my bike over, and I went over the hood into the sidewalk. Yeah, I cracked my helmet, and I just had road rash on my face and my arms, and my bike was totaled. He just drove off too, which is the worst part. to push yourself and then see the progress that you've made, I feel like for me it's truly fulfilling. If you just like spend the time, you put the work in, you can see your progress when you're excelling past people who've been in the game maybe even longer than you. If it was just me on my own, I probably wouldn't have enjoyed it as much. It changed me, who I am and how I act, shaped me into a better person. I want cycling to be part of my life, forever.
SoulPancake, subscribe!